Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something, well, really quite central to industrial projects.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
It's about figuring out when the main responsibility, sort of shifts as a project moves along.
Ah, right. That feeling when it seems like someone else takes the reins.
Exactly. It can feel a bit like a handover.
Yeah, you get it.
So, our mission today is to really pinpoint when and why that critical shift happens. We're drawing insights from Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
That's a key moment, definitely. Understanding that transition point, you can really make things run smoother.
Totally. Okay, so let's dive in. At the very start, we're talking preliminary studies, the conception phase. Who's really like calling the shots then?
Well, initially, that's squarely in the sponsor's court.
The sponsor.
Yeah, the senior leader, maybe the funding body. Their main focus is on strategic alignment. Does this project fit the big picture?
hmm
Is it even feasible, really?
So, high level stuff, making sure it's the right thing to pursue.
Precisely.
Okay, so when does that shift happen? When does it move towards more, let's say, hands on management?
The real turning point, the
Yeah.
critical moment, is right after the decision is made to actually, well, do the project.
The realization decision.
That's the one. And specifically, it lines up with the end of the conception phase
The end of conception. Okay, why right then? What's special about that moment?
because that's the point where the focus fundamentally changes. It moves from strategic planning and is this possible
Yeah.
to, okay, let's build this thing.
From planning to doing.
Exactly. The groundwork's laid, the green light's given. Now it's about, execution, practical implementation.
That makes sense. So who takes the lead at that point for the day-to-day stuff?
Right. This is where the agent steps in. Often that's the project manager, maybe an operational lead.
Okay.
They pick up the bulk of the daily management tasks. So the focus shifts, right, from the
Okay.
sponsor's strategic view.
To the agent's operational execution, making sure things get done on the ground.
You got it. And knowing this helps everyone manage expectations, keeps stakeholders looped in at the right times, avoids confusion.
Yeah, good point. Now, our source material also flags why other timings maybe aren't quite right. Like, why not shift responsibility the moment the idea pops up?
Well, that's just too early. The idea still needs vetting, right? Is it strategically sound? Is it even practical? The sponsor needs to steer that initial assessment.
Okay, too soon. What about, say, after the preliminary studies are done, but before conception fully wraps up?
Still a bit premature, actually. Those studies feed into conception. The crucial gonna-go decision, the realization one, hasn't happened yet.
Right, the big commitment isn't there. And what about this idea of just a general starting phase? Why isn't that the martyr?
It's just too vague, isn't it? Starting phase could mean anything. The end of conception is tied to a concrete event. That realization decision, that formal, go ahead.
So let's be crystal clear then. The formal handover for practical day-to-day project execution happens right after that realization decision, closing out the conception phase.
That's it, precisely. That's the clear point where the primary responsibility for driving the project forward really shifts.
Okay. So for everyone listening, the big takeaway here is identifying the specific transfer point in industrial projects. It really highlights how priorities and accountabilities change.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe think about projects you've worked on. Did that transition feel clear? Did it happen around that end of conception point? What happened if it didn't?
Good questions to reflect on.
Definitely. And if you want to explore this and frankly a lot of other really solid project management ideas further, we absolutely recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
It's a great resource.